shoot, I said that you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs live. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That flash make it a portrait. Gun kick back, knock grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's the man with king? No response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot, what said that you claim?
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings. Welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. And today's the 23rd, the day before Christmas Eve. A lot of you guys celebrate Christmas, and I want to wish you a happy holidays, and I want to wish everyone a happy solstice. We got some news, and the news is so satisfying, so gratifying, that I'm going to try something different today. You're not going to really see my pretty face. You're going to get a chance to watch some visuals as I get this one topic. We're going to get one topic today because I know a lot of you guys are, wrapping gifts, making plans, going to see family, and having family come in. And it's around the time for family. But also I want you to remember at all times, this is mental health awareness time during the holidays, and a lot of people aren't as fortunate as you may have it. Don't take loved ones for granted. Don't take silence as a mission of being well. Check in on people, send some well wishes, be kind during this period of time. Also, don't drink and drive. I'm a proponent for not drinking and driving. Don't get behind the wheel. We have enough things in place that if you do partake in the festivities, please call Uber, cab, or give your keys to somebody and have a friend take you. But on that note, this topic is a great topic, and I can't wait to get into it. Also, we are almost at 9,000 to close out the year, and that's fantastic. So remember, when we get to 10,000, I'm giving away a console. As soon as we get to 9,000, then you're going to start seeing a promotion because I'm going to put it after every video. I'm going to give away 2 consoles, PlayStation 5 and a Series X. So, hey, like, follow, and subscribe, and hit the notification button and share it out because you guys are the best. Let's get to this topic. It's serendipitous to this point because I've always been a gamer, right? So I started with Pong, the classic Pong, Atari, ColecoVision, Amiga, everything, Vectrex, everything that came along, I partook in it. And, but some notable ones stood out to me, like Sega. Any Sega console, Sega could really talk to me. I love the Nintendo stuff, and TurboGrafx really was my heart. But at the end of the day, Sega really captivated my mind and my gaming time. And it also fostered a lot of camaraderie when it came to my lifelong friends. So a lot of us are Sega kids. So when Sega went out of business, their last great console was the Dreamcast. And the Dreamcast was powered by Windows CE. And I always said it was like Champion Edition. And that console ushered in a new age of gaming for me. But little did I know that Sega had so much stuff going on in the background that it was stuff that was wrong. But that Sega Dreamcast had a modem in it. And in that Sega Dreamcast, they had an ability to reach an audience differently. That's not the first time Sega ever had a modem. Sega had a modem with the Genesis. Contrary to popular belief, Sega was trying to do a service a long time ago. And the Sega service, I do apologize, the Sega service that they was trying to do would offer games online before over a phone wire connection, a modem connection. They only made 5 games for it and it was in Japan, but they tried. And I wind up getting it. I wind up getting that device, the Sega modem. And very futile effort, but it did have a microphone and it had a whole bunch of other stuff to it too. You know, they had a fax machine, a keypad, a whole bunch of stuff that the Sega modem offered, but it had a service. So Sega was forward thinking in 1989. 1989, Sega had their eyes on getting games to you as a service. And I think every great company has visionaries that can see where the industry is going and try to steer their company there. So Sega went out of business, and then along came another visionary company, Xbox. And it's funny, where Sega left off, Xbox began. And Xbox itself is kind of, for us Sega refugees, is kind of the home for us Xbox guys, right? You know, guys and girls, you know. So when we as Sega people gravitate towards the Xbox ecosystem, Xbox immediately felt welcoming, right? It had that Sega edge, and maybe it was because the de facto Dreamcast was an extension of the Xbox. A spiritual successor, if you will, was the Xbox OG. And that changed how we viewed gaming, right? We pushed forward with gaming with Sega being gone and them trying to figure out what it is now to be a publisher. And as going through the years, Sega has built their roster stronger, while being a third-party developer. And at the same time, you had the toxic PlayStation fanboys yelling out, "Look at you, we did that to you." And us Xbox dudes and former Sega guys, Sega refugees, sought revenge in the arms of Xbox, hoping and praying at some time that they will destroy the Kong that is. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. You know how we do. We're going to run it up on these bums. I ain't going to stop banging until you become an app. Pause. But Sega and Xbox, they've always worked well together. They've always had this weird relationship in which it always felt like two ships passing in the night. Well, some information has come across my desk that Sega is trying to get back in the service business. But who's the kings of the service business, you might add? Well, Xbox Game Pass. There's no better. Now, there's a whole bunch of theories floating around out there about Sega going it alone. Sega making their service, and they do have a ton of IPs where they can just make it and do it absolutely alone. They don't need Xbox to do their service. But starting a service now would be kind of futile, right? Starting a service now would kind of be counterproductive to what all Sega has built. Sega has built a nice empire, third party, new franchises, Metaphor, Fantasia. They have taken their IPs and now gone back to older IPs to reignite and reintroduce older IPs to a newer audience, because they have cultivated some truly incredible IPs that can stand the test of time. Would you cast your pearls to swine, if you will? Sega starting a fledgling service like Stadia did, and Stadia had all the money in the world backing them with Google. It just didn't have a proper business model. So not having a proper business model can actually hurt you. So why not go to the leaders in this area? Now, we did know that Sega and Xbox was working on a big project, a huge project, if you will. And we all assumed that it was a video game. Sega has been making tons of games all across the board, from the new Revenge of Shinobi to the Streets of Rage to Sonic and Sonic movies. Sega is now flush with a war chest that is available to them with IPs that are unstoppable. What does Game Pass need more than anything else? It needs games. What type of strategic partnership can they achieve if they will actually have Sega games inside their service's Game Pass? Could you imagine a library, if you will, like EA Access, that it's available inside Game Pass? Games will be seen by millions upon millions upon millions of customers, 52 to be exact. And you have 52 million eyes to have access to your product. That is undoubtedly a benefit. Now, they could still have a channel and they still could have a service that you could still get their service, kind of like Ubisoft Plus. And they could still offer that service and they could still grow that service, but it could still be failing like Ubisoft Plus. And what Ubisoft Plus had to do was they had to get a curated version and put it on the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 5 Plus, PlayStation Plus, and then also on Game Pass, but still offering their service. I don't think Sega's that stupid. I don't think Sega's that dumb. I think them and Xbox understand the benefits that they can work out with each other. Now, I do expect in 2025, in hearing with hardware and hearing with new software, I do expect to hear a partnership with Sega from Microsoft, a strategic partnership in where their games, and they have a separate channel with inside Game Pass, Sega Alliance, Sega Team Pass, whatever. But I do believe that Sega and Microsoft is working on something because both minds work alike. And I do think those ships no longer cascade in the night past each other. I do believe that those ships actually come together and there's a boarding party. And in that boarding party, you see a marriage between two individuals that has a common foe. Now, they don't want to kill Kong because actually Kong's fan base is a fan base that has been cultivated over years and years of being relevant. Nostalgia, if you will. So what they want to do is they want to beat Kong into submission. They want to turn Kong into that. They want the PlayStation 5 Pro to be the last console because starting next generation, Xbox seems to be wanting to corner the market with hardware, software, and services. Cloud and AI is taking over, and Xbox and Microsoft are the leaders in this. Sega, understanding who is strong in these areas in which they are weak, will understand to align themselves with somebody that is poised to actually take over. So what do you do when you marry services, games, and hardware? Well, you come up with the ultimate device, a device that is capable of actually doing what each of them could not do alone. This is going to be 2025. And I'm Mr. 98% right all the time. And what I'm going to tell you is, I understand exactly how games are supposed to go. And when you look at Big Bank Eats Little Bank and you see the strength in numbers, one sword will not slay the dragon. It will take multiple swords, multiple arrows to actually finish off this great ape that everyone seems to want to help. And then they can turn their sights on Nintendo because Nintendo has always quietly sat in the back and counted their coins. But at this moment, at this juncture, you must take care of the immediate threat. And the immediate threat in front of you is Sony. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. We're going to run it up on these bums. Why take it from me when you could take it from everybody else who's out here trying to tell you stuff that I already told you? Tons of people want to use my information and like it's their own. Well, this is the part in the video where I'm going to tell you to like, follow, and subscribe. And there's new guys coming over to the Xbox ecosystem. I think it's the guy says that the group is a couple of us. It's something like that. He's a guy from overseas. He's hilarious to me. He had a PlayStation. Well, he has a PlayStation. And I think his wife brought him an Xbox, and he finally got a chance to try the Xbox, and he got a hold of quick resume and the controller, and he's seeing the greatness. But beyond that, beyond anything, what he's seeing is the community. I am absolutely proud to be an Xbox gamer. I am absolutely proud to call a lot of these guys friends, a lot of these guys and girls friends. I think the Xbox community is the best community. I didn't understand why, and I didn't hate PlayStation until I got to Twitter and met the toxic fan base that interacts and that is absolutely toxic. Not all of you guys, because I do game with a lot of you guys. But I do understand that you realize what's about to happen. I think Sony has rubbed a ton of people wrong. And you entitled little petulant children, you little low IQ Neanderthals, your time is up. You will no longer be able to do the stuff that you do. And I'm so happy that a bunch of you rage and hate watch my program. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you because one day that bell is going to go off in your head and you're going to say, this dude was right the whole time. This dude has been right the whole time, but he has been the most entertaining right Xbox guy, period. And that's the best part about it. Because the moment that you make the turn, I'm going to embrace you and say, come here, brother. Even if you don't, and you play on PlayStation, I'm over there streaming the whole time. Well, I started the new channel and it's called Frontline Gaming. And I'm going to put up a new, you see the K&N logo when you go to the channel. I'm going to put it inside the description, Frontline Gaming. So you go over there, you sub. It's just me over there right now. But that's the channel I will be streaming from on YouTube. So you guys can go over there and check that out. And I guess when that channel gets to 5,000 subs, I'll give away a console there. I'll give away a Nintendo Switch and a Series S when I get to 5,000 subs. So, hey, man. Happy holidays. I am so pleased to be going into 2025 that accomplishing the stuff that I have accomplished with you guys along this journey. And this is just the beginning of the week, honestly. So don't worry, more content to come. I'll be, I don't celebrate the holidays. So you'll see me streaming and you'll see me, dropping videos just to give y'all something to do, after y'all eat and chill and have a good time and be safe. So I know, because a lot of you guys are driving out now, but what I'm going to do right now, like I always do, is try to play the Game Pass.